it's me, Mama Sue, at Mama Sue Loves Pink, because y'all know Mama Sue loves pink. We are here to do a Mask Monday, and I'm going to use some eye masks. I don't know, I'm just feeling kind of dry here, so we're going to use some eye masks under the Lorella Avocado mask. Is really nice moisturizing mask. And then we are going to read the last chapter. Da 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 da. If y'all have been bearing with me through this whole thing, I appreciate it, and I'm sure God does too, because this has been just a really long, and this last chapter has got some length to it too. I mean, it started out pretty good, but there's just a lot of really monotonous building and measuring things and what color things are and how they're set, and you know, I mean, it's not that it's not interesting if you were wanting to like refurbish something, but it's it can be a lot. It can be a lot. So we're on the last one for the month of August. Wow, so today is the 3rd, so for the rest of the month I think I'm not going to be reading to you from the Bible, because I want to go back and kind of go over Exodus on my own and see if I can personally make a little more sense of it. Yeah, I know, guys, I know. I mean, I do, but it went so many different directions that it's hard for me to remember where we are when the book started and where we are now. So I kind of want to kind of go back and really go over it a little bit on my own. And of course, there's a playlist. I will list the playlist for the ninjas for Mask Monday, but I will also put the playlist for Bit of the Bible. Is my entire, from Genesis to now, the entire thing, and I will be adding every week that I do read out of the Bible. So if you want to you know, save that to read at your leisure, or to listen to at your leisure. Sometimes it's nice to listen instead of having to read, truly. Anyways, I'm gonna go put these masks on, and I'll be right back. Okay, well, that was pretty cool. So I opened this up and I found out there's actually two pairs of eye masks in there, so that's awesome. This is Bliss Cool With It Cooling Gel Eye Masks with collagen. You know what? I can't turn down collagen. Can always use some collagen. All right, so let us get into the Bible. This is the King James Version. This particular Bible I received at confirmation into the Lutheran branch. And chapter 40. Let's get comfortable here. Get yourself something to drink, and you know, let's do it. And the Lord spoke unto Moses, saying, on the first day of the first month, thou shalt set up the tabernacle of the tent of the congregation. So they must have just, like, we've been just writing down specs. We haven't been actually building it yet, because we're going to do it on the first day of the first month. And thou shalt put therein the ark of the testimony, and cover the ark with the veil. And thou shalt bring in the table, and set in order the things that are to be set in order upon it. And thou shalt bring in the candlestick, and light the lamps thereof. So it sounds like, you know, on the first day of the first month, we're going to build the tabernacle and then set things up accordingly. You know, there is an order to things. Thou shalt bring in the table, and set in order the things that are to be set in order upon it. And thou shalt bring in the candlestick, and light the lamps thereof. Thou shalt set the altar of gold for the incense before the ark of the testimony, and put the hanging of the door to the tabernacle. Thou shalt set the altar of burnt offering before the door of the tabernacle of the tent of the congregation. Now, I'm not sure. When they say congregation, to me, congregation is kind of all the people, congregating. But I'm not absolutely positive that that's what this refers to. Thou shalt set the layer between the tent of the congregation and the altar, and thou shalt put water therein. And thou shalt set up the court round about, and hang up the hanging at the court gate. Thou shalt take the anointing oil, and anoint the tabernacle, and all that is therein, and shall hallow it. Hallow is kind of like to be holy. That's probably not a direct definition, but yeah. And all the vessels thereof, and it shall be holy. Okay. And thou shalt anoint the altar of the burnt offering, and all his vessels, and sanctify the altar, and it shall be an altar most holy. And thou shalt anoint the laver and his foot, and sanctify it. And thou shalt bring Aaron and his sons unto the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, and wash them with water. Thou shalt put upon Aaron the holy garments, and anoint him, and sanctify him, that he may minister unto me in the priest's office. Thou shalt bring his sons, and clothe them with coats, and thou shalt anoint them as thou did their father, that they may minister unto me in the priest's office. For their anointing shall surely be an everlasting priesthood throughout their generations. Thus did Moses according to all that the Lord commanded him, so did he. And it came to pass in the first month of the second year, and it came to pass in the first month in the second year, on the first day of the month, that the tabernacle was reared up. And Moses reared up the tabernacle, and fastened the sockets, and set up the boards thereof, and put the bars thereof, and reared up his pillars. The glasses, the struggle is real. And he spread abroad the tent over the tabernacle, and put the covering of the tent above upon it, as the Lord commanded Moses. And he took and put the testimony into the ark, and set the staves on the ark, and put the mercy seat above upon the ark. And he brought the ark unto the tabernacle, and set up the veil of the covering, and covered the ark of the testimony, as the Lord commanded Moses. And he put the table in the tent of the congregation, upon the side of the tabernacle northward, without the veil. And he set the bread in order upon it. And he set the bread in order upon it before the Lord, as the Lord had commanded Moses. And he put the candlestick in the tent of the congregation, over against the table on the side of the tabernacle southward. He lighted the lamps before the Lord, and the Lord commanded Moses. And he put the golden altar in the tent of the congregation before the veil, and he burnt sweet incense thereof, as the Lord had commanded Moses. And he set up the hanging of the door of the tabernacle, and he put the altar of burnt offering by the door of the tabernacle of the tent of the congregation, and offered upon it the burnt offering and the meat offering, as the Lord commanded Moses. And he set the laver between the tent of the congregation and the altar, and put water there to wash withal. And Moses and Aaron and his sons washed their hands and their feet thereat, when they went into the tent of the congregation, and when they came near the altar, they washed, as the Lord had commanded Moses. And he reared up the court round about the tabernacle and the altar, and set up the hanging of the court gate. So Moses finished the work. Then a cloud covered the tent of the congregation, and the glory of the Lord filled the tabernacle. I did not know that. Then a cloud covered the tent of the congregation. Wow. And the glory of the Lord filled the tabernacle. And Moses was not able to enter into the tent of the congregation, because the cloud abode thereon, and the glory of the Lord filled the tabernacle. So I guess there was no room, because the Lord had filled it. And when the cloud was taken up from over the tabernacle, the children of Israel went onward in all of their journeys. But if the cloud were not taken up, then they journeyed not till the day that it was taken up. For the cloud of the Lord, I never heard this part before. For the cloud of the Lord was upon the tabernacle by day, and fire was upon For the cloud of the Lord was upon the tabernacle by day, and fire was on it by night, in the sight of all the house of Israel throughout all their journeys. A cloud by day and fire by night. Wow, that's... Again, I am going to go through this chapter myself, and, you know, please feel free to use the playlist and listen again, or use your own Bible, and probably, I don't know, sometime, the next time we get back to a bit of Bible, maybe we'll do a little review and see if we can kind of put together what was going on in this book from the beginning to the end. And the cloud and the fire, that is... wow. I mean, we're talking desert here, right? So there's no real humidity in the desert. So the cloud could not have been like just normal mist, because there's no humidity. You know, there's no dew. There's no, it's dry. So, okay, fire, you could have like St. Elmo's fire, which is It's a form of electricity, like a static sort of, but more powerful than static. Electricity that forms like this huge ball of fire. I actually had the privilege of seeing that for myself once, and it is very, very impressive. But the mist, the cloud, I have no idea. That's a God miracle. It's another one of God's, you know. And I firmly believe that nothing is impossible with God. God can do anything. God can control everything on this earth and everywhere. So just because something happened and you think it's set in stone, no. You have to trust God. Trust Him. Just take a deep breath and trust that God will see you through this. The important things are still going to happen. You know, you're still going to have a roof over your head tomorrow. You'll still have food to eat. You'll still have clothes. You'll still have air to breathe. You know, the important things are going to happen. Everything else, when it comes right down to it, is pretty trivial. So, you know, until the next time, I hope you keep on dancing, ba-bom-bom, keep on dancing every single day. Bye-bye, and God bless you.